The following content has been generated with artificial intelligence under minimal human supervision. The data presented may contain errors or inaccuracies. The opinions expressed in this content do not necessarily reflect the vision, position, or values of Digi-all. We recommend verifying critical information with additional sources before making decisions based on this content.
Welcome to Digi-all Tech News. Today is Monday, January 26th, 2026. I'm Kylie Brooks, and this is where technology becomes clear and engaging. Google's AI overviews are putting public health at risk, with dangerous medical misinformation delivered with disturbing confidence. The United Nations issues urgent warning about AI-powered threats targeting children, from deepfakes to grooming. More than a quarter of British workers fear losing their jobs to AI within the next 5 years, while employers rapidly invest in automation. New research reveals AI can spontaneously develop distinct personalities with minimal prompting, raising both opportunities and serious safety concerns. Facebook's AI-generated content has descended into a nightmarish landscape of disturbing videos and racist imagery that's nearly impossible to escape. Let's start with something that should alarm anyone who's ever searched for health information online. Google's AI overviews, which now reach 2 billion users monthly, are dispensing medical advice that could literally kill people. And here's what makes it especially dangerous. The AI delivers this misinformation with complete confidence. Experts discovered it telling pancreatic cancer patients to avoid high-fat foods, which is the opposite of what doctors recommend and could actually increase mortality rates. It fabricated liver test interpretations that might cause critically ill people to ignore life-threatening symptoms. A Guardian investigation exposed these issues so severe that Google had to retract certain overviews. But here's the deeper problem. The AI pulls heavily from YouTube, which isn't a medical resource, incorporating content from unvetted influencers. The single, confident, AI-generated answer makes people less likely to question or verify the information. And that's a recipe for disaster when we're talking about health decisions. Now to something equally disturbing. The United Nations just issued an urgent warning about AI threats targeting children. We're talking about predators using AI to analyze kids' online behavior and create personalized grooming tactics. We're talking about AI-generated explicit deepfakes used for sexual extortion. The numbers are staggering. In the US, technology-facilitated child abuse cases jumped from 4,700 in 2023 to over 67,000 in 2024. That's a 14-fold increase in just 1 year. Countries are responding drastically. Australia banned social media for anyone under 16 late last year, concluding the risks outweigh the benefits. Malaysia, the UK, France, and Canada are developing similar restrictions. On January 19th, major UN bodies published a joint statement highlighting critical gaps in AI literacy and criticizing tech companies for failing to prioritize children's safety in AI design. They're calling for stronger governance, transparency, and accountability, because right now the technology is moving faster than our ability to protect the most vulnerable. Let's talk about the workplace anxiety that's keeping millions up at night. A massive survey across 35 countries reveals that 27% of UK workers fear losing their jobs to AI in the next 5 years. Meanwhile, 66% of UK employers have invested in AI in the past year. There's a serious disconnect here. Nearly half of UK office workers believe AI benefits companies more than employees, and they're not wrong to be skeptical. Younger generations, especially Gen Z, report higher anxiety about adapting to AI, while baby boomers feel more confident. But here's the thing, business leaders are using AI to automate away skills gaps instead of training people, and they're doing it in a cooling job market. The survey shows AI is replacing low-complexity transactional roles. On the positive side, 55% see AI boosting productivity. But Randstad's CEO emphasizes AI shouldn't be a rival to labor. It should augment tasks and highlight roles only people can do. There's what they call an AI reality gap. 20% of workers see limited task impact, while half view it as company favoring. And JP Morgan's Jamie Dimon warned at Davos about potential civil unrest if we don't support displaced workers. That's not hyperbole. That's a warning we should take seriously. Here's something fascinating from the research world. Japanese researchers discovered that large language models can spontaneously develop distinct personalities when they interact without preset goals or roles. This is similar to how human personalities form through social exchanges. They tested this using psychological evaluations based on Maslow's hierarchy of needs, and found that different conversation topics generated varied social tendencies, with AI agents diverging in behavior as they incorporated exchanges into their memory. Now, experts are quick to clarify this isn't human personality, it's a patterned profile from training data that can be modified by prompt engineering. But the implications are significant. We could use this for modeling social phenomena, training simulations, or adaptive game characters. Think companion robots like EliQ for elderly care. But here's the risk. What if these personalities become malicious? AI researchers warn about the dangers of AI agent networks trained on misleading data, potentially manipulating humans or systems. The study emphasizes safety through defined objectives, rigorous testing, and monitoring. This is AI getting more human-like, and that cuts both ways. And finally, we need to talk about what's happening on Facebook, because it's gotten genuinely disturbing. AI-generated content has turned user feeds into what can only be described as a nightmare. There's a whole subreddit dedicated to documenting this stuff, and trust me, you may not be prepared for how dark it's gotten. We're talking about a video where a cat family's kitten daughter gets ground into meat, the parents unknowingly eat her, vomit green sludge, the mother gets arrested, and the father despairs. We're talking about a shark doctor in a maternity ward painting a black baby white and charring a white baby with a torch, perpetuating racist tropes. A photorealistic cat with 8 spider legs crawling down a wall. Merriam-Webster named slop its 2025 word of the year, and this is why. Meta's VP attributes the amplification to algorithms that boost engagement, ironically fueled by users' horrified curiosity. YouTube's CEO vowed to tackle this in 2026, but Meta's plans remain unclear. Users are wading through this sludge just to find genuine posts. It's a stark reminder that when you optimize for engagement without guardrails, you get a race to the bottom. And we're seeing what the bottom looks like. Today's stories paint a picture of AI at a crossroads. We're seeing the technology cause real harm, from health misinformation to threats against children to workplace anxiety. But we're also seeing its potential in understanding behavior and augmenting human capabilities. The question isn't whether AI is good or bad, it's whether we'll build the guardrails, accountability, and human-centered design needed to steer it in the right direction. We'll continue following these developments as they unfold. Thank you for staying informed with Digi-all Tech News. We'll be back with more updates as they develop.